Jason Jenkins here to give you a quick walkthrough of the One Button Studio Plus version 2. So we've been working hard and we've made some really nice improvements to both the aesthetics and the functionality of the One Button Studio Plus. So check it out. I think you're going to like it. Here we have our lovely new integrated console. It brings together all the things that were previously just kind of all over the cabinet top here into one tidy little package that's mounted directly to the cabinet top. So let's do a run through here and show you how this system works. So the user will come into the room, they'll have a thumb drive with a presentation on it, and they'll have a thumb drive for recording. Alternately, they could have network access on the presentation Mac here and grab their presentation that way. So they'll follow the on-screen instructions. We've got a USB recording drive right here. We'll put that in and see what happens. The system recognizes that and it turns the lights on. So we've got our light ring here. That's what turns the background green. And we've got our studio lights that also come on automatically. So the next instruction is that we load our presentation and configure our video with the control panel. So I happen to have a presentation loaded right here, so I'm just going to double click that to get that started. If the user had a thumb drive with a presentation, they would just load it here and then drag it to the desktop and play it from there. So we're going to play this so it goes full screen. And as you can see, whatever is on the screen here is what shows up as the picture-in-picture over here in our live presentation preview. So let's see what some of the options are. First of all, we've got presentation position. As we hit this button, we'll actually toggle through 5 different potential presentation positions. And it just cycles through those. So pick the one that we want. And let's say we want a different background. Well, we've got a background selection button right here. And we'll toggle through all the available backgrounds. Now, as an admin for this system, you can load as many or as few backgrounds as you want. And we also have one option that is just straight green screen. So if somebody wanted to go do some fancy post-production, they could certainly just record with a green screen. However, in this case, I think we'll just use this blurred classroom background. Now we also have options for a watermark. So you can have no watermark or whatever the system is offering. And again, you can go in and put in whatever you want to be available to the user. So let's just leave it there. And we've got a presenter position. This is essentially a horizontal flip. If I step into the camera here, you can see that when we hit that, that's what happens. Sometimes it's easier to present if you want to interact with your content, point to it, etc. It's easier if you're an exact mirror image. So this gives you that option. And it also opens it up to use with a light board. So if you want to use this with a light board, you can certainly just do the flip right there to make sure that everything you write is legible. We've got a zoom in and a zoom out as part of this as well. So 2 different camera position options. And if we want to do a presentation with no PowerPoint, we can certainly just turn that off as well. We can turn it back on at any time by toggling that button. We could also do a very plain presentation with just the background. And that's by hitting the green screen off button. And we hit that again to toggle the light to go back on. And also hitting the background selection button would have the same function. It would just begin cycling back through our background options. So we've got a play demo button. So this is a 90-second tutorial. So if at any time the user just needs a refresher on how the system works, to get kind of the overall view, they can hit play demo at any time, and this 90-second tutorial will play through and let them know exactly how the whole thing works. So we're not going to watch it all right now. We'll go ahead and hit stop demo, which will bring us back to where we were. So let's say we're happy with this layout and we want to do a recording. So we can certainly do that. So let's grab our presentation remote and we will step up to the screen with our button in easy access. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So you can see that I'm on the screen there. I can see myself as I'm moving. There's no delay, so everything's live. It's a really nice representation of exactly what you're going to get as you go through the presentation. Now let's say I want to be off to the side a little bit more. We can do that. I can just scoot the button over here so it's right where I want it. Let's get in a little bit closer. So I'm going to click the button and we get a recording countdown. So I know exactly when the recording starts. I'm now recording. I'm going to be able to talk about my presentation here. I can click through my slides. I've got a sweet pie graph right here. I can point out different things that I'm going to talk about. I can continue through my presentation. A nice bar chart, a stacked area chart, another chart. There's so many charts. And the very last slide. So I finished my presentation. I click the floor button one more time. The recording stops. And in a few seconds, it will write the file to the USB drive, which happened very quickly because that was a very short presentation. One of the new features that we have is the ability to play back your last recording. So I know exactly when the recording starts. I'm now recording. I'm going to be able to talk about my presentation here. I can click through my slides. This is great to be able to review what you just did, make sure you're happy with it. If that's the case, you can stop it at any time. And I can pull my thumb drive out. The system reverts back to its beginning state. And I walk away with a completely finished video on this thumb drive. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that tour of version 2 of the One Button Studio Plus. I've really enjoyed working on this system and making it better and better, and I will continue to do that. Feel free to reach out to me to ask questions, give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever works for you. All right, thanks for watching.